my ass and yours a lecture. Yes, I know. Well, clearly you have to start off by saying welcome to Furfright because you don't know where you are, I don't know where I am. Thanks everyone. You guys ready for a great weekend? Come on, let's do it. I'm psyched. You were throwing me off. Put that thing away. Seriously. Say it every year only because it's true, and I'm going to say it again. Like, thank you so much for supporting this damn thing. This is 1,100 years we're doing this now, and it's all because you guys come out and support it and have a great time. Anybody? Is this anyone's first Furfright? Whoa. Cool.
My hands.
Well, welcome.
I'm just recording here.
Did anyone come from a really long way away? Anybody?
No.
Yell it out. Man. New Hampshire, it's 2 hours. How about overseas? Australia?
Damn, Australia.
Last night.
You lose. Oh, and Holland? We got Holland and Australia over there. Which are the... Who's always in the house? Okay, let's see. As much as we rely on you guys to support the con, we love you to death. Thank you. There's some more people that make this thing happen that I just want to give a quick shout out to. It's our staff. You know, everyone, I won't say everyone has a job, but you know, most people have jobs. And they work really hard, and they have to like accumulate, the money for a trip and vacation time, and then they have to travel and do all this stuff. Well, there are some people who do all that, spend their money and vacation time, and they come here and they get like 3 hours of sleep a night, and they work to make all of this happen. And so people can complain on Twitter that they couldn't ride their mini bike through the lobby or something. But it's irrelevant. But they make this thing happen. So if you see a staff member, give them a thanks, or better yet, give them a hand. We always look for volunteers, and just help them out if you can, because not just this con, all cons. It doesn't happen without staff who sacrifice their weekend and fun so you can have it. So yeah, give them a shout. Speaking of which, we had a member of staff wanted to say something. Is there a staff member wanting to say something?
Yeah, they're all hiding.
Good. Oh, hi, Denny.
I got volunteered for this because, well, I wasn't there at the time. Just wanted to let you guys know that I know some of you don't know us very well. Those are the funny hats and the bright orange shirts, but we're all fans too. So. While not everyone on our crew is furry fans, they're all sci-fi fans. We're all painfully geeky at times. So, I was wearing a better shirt for this. What? Exactly. That's why we're here. So, we're all kind of part of the same family. So don't think of us as people who stand apart and collect our little pumpkin patches. But if you have any questions, come find us. We're easy to find. We're bright orange. You may have figured it out by now. What else? If you have any concerns about any of the people who are on our staff, find one of us in the funny hats and come talk to us. We take all your concerns very seriously. If you have any feedback on how things are being handled as far as line wrangling or, sort of keeping the crowds moving and all that, again, come find us. We take your concerns very seriously. Any other things? Think of us also. Maybe you don't want to think about it this way, but it's kind of like your parents in funny hats. Yeah. And the reason I say that is if we're not going to drag you out of the street and throw you out into traffic or anything else like that. We're not police, we're not hands-on security, we don't touch people. Well, I guess unless they ask. But the thing is, there's a code of conduct that comes with your badge, so just remember that that's really what we're here to remind you about. And sometimes people forget, they're having too much fun, code of conduct goes out the window. We're just here to sort of bring you back on course, not punish you or try and make sure that you're not having a good time. We're here to make sure that you have a good time. So, that's it, I think.
Thank you. If I could just surmise, don't be a dick. There you go. Just treat each other with respect. Everybody, and we'll have a great time. We always do. And speaking of great times, I want to give every year, aside from making all you guys happy and giving you a place to come, I'm gonna sit down because I'm old and fat and I'm tired. Okay. Wait a minute, this is wrong. Come up, give me a fursuiter. Can somebody come up here? This is me standing up here. I don't care if y'all come up here. I hate being on stage and I hate talking about everything. Come up and see. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Like most things, it seems like a good idea at the time. I went from lonely to overwhelmed. It's like, candy, yes, candy corn. There you go. All right. Okay, you guys can get your bed. All right. Speaking of fuzzy animals, aside from working to make everybody happy, I will deport you. I swear to God. Besides making you guys happy, we're working for some really wonderful charities this year, and we need your help. If you've been here before, you know we work with War Dogs, the United States War Dogs Association. They're the military working dogs who save lives of soldiers and civilians, and they do rescue recovery. And the organization we work with, even they adopt sheltered dogs, and they train them to be support animals for disabled veterans. They do a lot of good work. Another organization we're welcoming back this year is the Animal Haven. Believe it or not, they were our charity at our very first Furfright back in 2003, and we're welcoming them back. They're a no-kill shelter. They house cats and dogs, and they give them medical treatment and care and keep them there until they can find loving homes for them. And they don't get any government or state aid. It's all private donations, so they need help to care for these animals. And last but certainly not least, you might have seen, hopefully you've seen on Twitter and the newsletters, we're working with the Connecticut Children's Medical Center. Speaking of children, and for our toy drive, if you go to the dealer cashier and you bring a new unwrapped toy, you get a gift, and you're going to get a card that you can put on our Friends Remember wall, which is just to remember some of the members of our community that have passed on. And all the toys at the end of the con get taken up to the Children's Medical Center, and they help sick kids get through the holidays to kind of ease the sadness and pain of being sick and being in a hospital. So, and if you didn't bring a toy, there's a Walmart across the street. Come on, so go help them out. Yay, Walmart! I can't believe I just pimped Walmart. There's a Kmart up the street too, but I don't think they have any merchandise. And if you want to learn more about the charities and what you can do to help, go right across the hall to our charity room, and there's wonderful staff in there. They're going to help you out. And they got all kinds of merchandise you can bid on for the auction and raffle and stuff. It's some amazing stuff. The War Dogs guys donated like T-shirts and DVDs and you name it. It's just and actually a U.S. Army flag that flew over the U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan is in a wooden glass case, and it's got a certificate of authenticity. That's in there. A lot of great stuff. Go take a look. And every con ever, and we've done it in the past, like, we're going to do a stunt so to try to get everyone to donate. And we did it last year, and we thought like the reward for breaking our charity total was going to be to see me and Tony Ringtail without a shirt on to get body waxed. And that's really more of a penalty than a reward. So we're sorry about that. Please, I'm so sorry if it's gonna be a reflex punch, and I don't mean it, but it's gonna happen if you keep doing that. So this year, can we just break the total and donate because we got big hearts and it's the right thing to do? I don't want to lose any more body hair or get fast or something. Our bucket brigade's gonna be around. There's buckets at the charity and dealer's room, so just give what you can. If you can't give money, merchandise, services, like you're an artist and give a commission, whatever you can to help out those wonderful organizations. Page 2. And now it's time to ask all you wonderful suitors who made my panic attack go away. Skippy, what are you doing here? Oh my God, he's squeaking is what he's doing here. All right, if I could ask you guys to, I'm going to say this as nicely as I can, get the hell out of here, because I'm going to bring on the guest of honor, but thank you all. Thank you, fellas. Lisa, bad dog, spay, neuter. If we could determine a gender, we would know which one it was. All right, now it's time. Now it's time to introduce our guests of honor. All right, our first guest of honor. She hails from the land of Canada. Not to be confused with the land of Dairy Queen, though they are similar. Some say that she's so small that she traveled here as a piece of carry-on luggage. It's true. And that if you squeeze her, she squeaks like a pool toy. But all we know is she's called Wallaby. Do you have any words to say to your adoring fans?
Bonjour.
Canadian. And she, if you've seen the cute, anyone here have the Frankenstein shirt? Nobody's Frankenstein shirt? The shirt with the mouse and the Frankenstein is her design, like, just adorably cute. And yeah, there you go. Outstanding artist. She's published several children's books, and you've traveled all over the world. A very accomplished artist and just a wonderful person. Why is it my give her one more hand. Wallaby. Our next guest of honor resides in the lush crown jewel of New England, Manchester, New Hampshire. The city that means well. Her hobbies are Tahitian scream singing and watching her wife Jerry buy vehicles on eBay that don't run. Will you please welcome Tiger Star? Do you have any words to say to your adoring public?
Hi.
And there it is. All right, have a seat. Have a seat. We have, every year we do what's called an attendee guest of honor. If you've been here before, you know what a travesty this is. If this is your first con, what it is you filled out, or some people filled out forms, put it in a box. What we want to do is honor one of you guys, and just, because you're as important part of this con and the community as anyone else, so we, if we pick your name, you get to come up here and we can upgrade your membership to like Franken sponsor and give you DVDs and you get to judge the masquerade and a whole bunch of other other stuff. So, get the box. Now, do we have an thank you, kid. I'm brain dead here. We have guest of honor plaques. But you got them all. Why did you screw me up? I was doing fine until you helped. I know what they get. I'm the one who ordered them. And a plaque. Thank you, kid. Okay. So let's pick. Who wants to? Somebody pick the name. Okay. You want to pick? Well, one of the guests of honor. You can each pick one name. He's not here this year. Oh my God, I should call him now. We should all boo him. What do we have? God, why? Wait. Shorthand? Species is a bear, so already you're the nepotism working for you. Aliat? This is ridiculous. Huh?
I got scared for a minute.
Is it you? Get your ass up here. This guy! Just Al. Have a seat. There's a seat there, Mike. He just put it with the other guests of honor. I love it. The helping is not helping. All right. So this is Al the bear. First off, you know, here's your because you're black. You're another bear, so yep, can't deny that. And sexy. Anyway, wow, that was a horrible response. Let's see. Your hobbies include printmaking, acrobatics. Those are two separate things or one thing, the printmaking? Are you doing like cartwheels as you work the mimeograph machine, or is it... Uh-oh. During that clip, at least 2 to 3 dozen copies were made too. It's not that hard, watch this. Land right on my neck, go all Christopher Reeves on you. Too soon? Stephen Hawking? I don't know. Okay. One person thought it was funny, and he's insane. And works at Starbucks. Okay, so welcome Alice, our attendee guest of honor. And now comes the portion of the show, I'm gonna give this to Kit. Now you can actually help. Make sure that he gets prizes and gifts and stuff, or whatever we do.
We don't give a fuck about you.
Now we're going to ask our guest of honor some questions and just get to know a little more about him. So we'll start here with Al. What's your favorite place?
My favorite place would probably be
Awesome. It's a bear. He's a bear. Tiger?
I love the White Mountains.
That sounds racist, but sure. They shouldn't give me a mic. What's your favorite place, Molly?
What is somewhere in the north of Montreal in the Laurentian forest?
Forests are beautiful. So I hear. What's the best advice anyone ever gave you?
to never stop making more art.
They should never stop making moron. Like, that's a strange one, but what about you, Ty?
Failures always pave roads.
Amen. This kind of can attest to that. What about you, Wally?
It would be try out that thing called Furfright.
I don't know if that's good advice, but sure. What's your favorite word? Just happens to be my favorite as well, so.
Hi.
Thank God I'm not guest of honor. They wouldn't accept my favorite word. Fuck that.
What makes you happy, Al?
Any number of things. Pretty much just sitting and
Hey, simplicity works.
You make me happy.
This is sweet. It's alive and sweet. Oh, what makes you happy?
Happy.
Killing zombies.
Oh, God, back over there.
Her boyfriend. By the way, you're welcome for the huge fight that would have caused if you didn't pick him. What turns you off?
Oh.
we'll go with a switch, I guess.
The El Camino.
Oh, backstory. Her wife. Never mind.
I really hate the loud noises.
Oh. Yeah, you're in trouble being here. Stay away from the dances. Name one thing you want to do before you die.
Travel to Deге in China.
What about you, Ty?
Go to Hawaii.
Wasn't that a lot? Somebody answered that last year, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go back to Australia and New Zealand.
All nice places to visit, all places I have never been. What's the dumbest thing you've ever seen or heard?
Let's see what the online play.
Let's go with. I can't think.
Xbox One. Say Xbox One.
That's a good one.
Oh, I shouldn't answer.
I'd have so many people raging at me.
Party Bash the El Camino, you just go for it.
No, I can't.
Salvaging a marriage. See, everyone here is so nice, they don't even say anything negative, and that was a curveball question, so I'm sorry. Let's see. What's something you did as a kid that still makes you happy?
Drawing and dressing up.
If you were stuck in a house surrounded by zombies, what 3 people would you want in there with you? They could be dead, alive, fictitious, anything.
Jackie Chan. One more? David Bowie.
What about you, Ty?
Batman, Brock Sampson, and my wife.
Bruce Campbell, my boyfriend, and Superman.
That's not a bad trio. And the last question I want to ask all of our guests of honor is, if heaven or hell exists, what would you like to hear God or Satan say when you arrive at the pearly or rusty gates? Fuck bitches, gets bitches.
Do whatever the hell you want.
Go back for another 100 years.
All right, that's our 2013 guest of honor. Give them a big hand. Before we wrap this thing up and get the con started, I want to acknowledge and honor just one more person here. You know, a lot of negativity gets attention, not just in our community, in the world. When somebody does something stupid or mean, it's like that's what gets the attention, and we don't focus enough on all the good that's being done. Members of our own community are getting out there and helping each other and doing a lot of good things. And you may have heard a story about a fursuiter from our community who performed at a charity auction for sexually abused kids, and there was a child there that was so traumatized that he stopped speaking. He stopped all emotion, and the doctors, therapists, no one could help him, but a 6-foot-tall wolf did. And that day, he spoke for the first time in 7 months, and a member of our own community gave a family their child back. And we have him here today, and I just want to acknowledge him and bring him up to you. Please welcome Trek Wolf or Shadow Market.
Honestly, folks, what I did was nothing, I'm just a modest firm. I was there at the right time, right place, right everything. When I got the call to go and do this, it wasn't an instant no, it wasn't an instant yes. A lot of you young suitors out there, you need to learn and realize that fursuit can be very important and can help a lot of people. The gray muzzles in the room know this all the best. How many gray muzzles are in the room? Okay. I feel kind of old at the moment here. First of all, I want to thank Bellick and the Furfright staff for this honor. Second of all, I know the person that caused this whole mess, me being up here, is in this room. Your encryption to your IP address and your email just sent me beyond. I have no idea who you are, and I don't want to know. I want to thank my roommates for being there for me, my family back in Philadelphia, and my Star Trek group, the USS Sovereign, back in Philly. Without them, I would not be going to these charities. I want to tell you all as fursuiters, if you have a fursuit and you get the calling, again, don't give a quick no. Think about it. Do that charity. This was the first time I was ever out in my fursuit. To tell you the truth, the first time in my fursuit, I did exactly what Bellick had told you. The story's in your con book. Read it. It will inspire you. It will upset you. You will cry. It is disturbing. But when you're told by the family that you are not a person in a fursuit, which could happen, that you are a 6-foot animal sent by God to help children, which is what I was told. When that calling comes, let your heart open. Let that fursuit shine. Do not say no. Because you never know what you're going to come up to and what you can do. I never knew at $550, which was the cheapest in the auction, there were suitors going for thousands of dollars. $550, I made a child speak after 7 months of silence. And that, to me, set me over the edge. It's very emotional. If you can't handle it, don't do it. But if you have the opportunity, take the time to do it in charity. Even if you're a handler for a fursuit, do it. Don't ever say no. You don't know what you're going to accomplish. Thank you.